Hello, welcome back to Nani's Fan Club, where we talk about how Nani is actually the best actor in the world. I'm joking, but I really do like Nani. And if you saw my review, which I made a few months ago, or a few weeks ago, depending on when this comes out, on Saripodam Shanivaram, whatever, that movie, although a very mid movie because it had a lot of things going against it, actually made me a very big fan of Nani. So when I watched Hit 3 and I was like, wait, Nani's in this? I was like, okay, I'm excited. I'm going to watch it. And honestly, yeah, I think Nani is not doing a spectacular job in this film, but he is doing what he's doing. And yeah, I'm still a fan. Didn't watch this movie and I was like, oh man, that was just a one off thing. Nani really can't act. Like, he genuinely is a decent actor, and I still like the way he is, you know. In this movie, he's a little too violent. Of course, directed by Selesh Kolanu. So we're talking about Hit, the third case. This movie kind of sucks, and I don't mean kind of, very heavy on the sucks part. The problem with the movie, right? I'll list all the problems right now. Number one, the main antagonist is bland. I'm sorry, Pratik Patil. I think you do an excellent job. I like how he's having a resurgence as of late, which I'm glad he is, because I think everyone should get a chance to do so. But unfortunately, his character is bland. His acting is fine. It's not over the top best in the world, but it's decent. His character is bland as hell in the movie. The whole cult thing is absolutely bonkers. We have no real explanation as to why they do the sick stuff they do, except for, oh, they're just a bunch of serial killers and psychopaths. It's the most lazy shit I've ever seen. The love interest, played by Srinidhi Shetty, shout out to her, very pretty woman. And nothing against her acting, like really, nothing on the acting part. Again, the movie is just written very poorly, and it's so sad because these actors have to act out these really badly written characters. Nani's character is the only one which has some sort of depth, and even that is like as deep as a puddle, unfortunately. This movie is not that good. Yeah, so this movie is just, let's show as much violence and gore and as much as mass cinema as possible. But it's not even exciting in that regard, right? So when you're trying to make a commercial film, which is basically this is what it was trying to be, I think you also need to have a decent backdrop of a basic bare bones plot. And I always bring this up. I think the gold standard for me for like a good commercial film, which is, falls into the same nonsense of South Indian cliches, but it's still fun to watch. I think Vikram, Leo, all those kind of movies. Hell, even the last Nani movie I watched, Saripodam Sanivaram. I think those kind of movies are lame movies, commercial movies, which don't make a lot of sense and are not that good. But you know what? You have fun watching them. The problem with this movie is it's so absurd that you really lose the fun. The first half of the movie is great, actually, because it actually has some really good investigation stuff, and it has Nani being like a very, like an interesting cop. Like, it has Nani going to different states trying to figure out, like, yo, what's happening, and you're invested into it. And I was like, damn, that's good. And then it becomes like this weird, tries to copy the Hollywood cult thingy. And oh, there's a big cult in Arunachal Pradesh of all reasons. Like, you're telling me they have this English speaking dude having a big ass cult in Arunachal Pradesh. And even people from Arunachal Pradesh would be like, what is this? It's such a terrible setting. It tries to go full Hollywood. It tries to be very slick and action movie, but it kind of falls into the same lame South Indian nonsense where one man fights like 778 people and kills them all and is okay at the end of it. It is the same thing which has been done and dusted a million times, and it's so bad. It's so, I kid you not. I'm just gonna spoil it right now. They reveal who's gonna be the hero in the last 10 or no last 3 minutes of the movie, where they're like, oh, who's the protagonist for Hit 4, and it's turned out to be Karthi. I was more hyped in the last 4 minutes when they revealed Karthi than I was in the last 45 minutes when it was just the movie going on. I was more hyped for like one scene which was teasing a movie which will come out God knows when than I was when I watched the whole second half of the film. That's how bad this film is. And yeah, it's just not fun. We have no explanation as to why the cult. Dude, at one point, the cult is like, okay, we gotta kill a baby now. Listen to me. A lot of people were saying it's too gory. I don't mind the gore. I know obviously there's an argument to be made that gore is supposed to be of some actual depth and use and not just for shock value. Even though 90% of the gore I've seen in all movies across Hollywood and Bollywood and everything is usually done for just shock value. But that's not the problem. The problem is the movie just relies on its gore and actions. I was about to say fun action scenes, but they're not even fun. They're like very poorly shot. It's just not fun. Nani in a white suit is great, and I'm still a Nani fan, and I'm like, yeah, my boy is in a white suit. But that's it. That's the fan in me, though. Like the viewer in me is still like, this is such a lame movie. We have everyone being batshit crazy for no reason. Such a terrible film, such terrible writing, honestly. I'm seeing here the writers are Kartikeya Karedla, Sailash Kolanu, and Prabhala Tilak. You gotta have more writers then, man, because this movie is so poorly written. And honestly, what a waste of Nani. I really wish Nani wasn't associated with this. A lot of talented names here. And, again, nothing against any of the actors because they actually, to be honest, considering the characters they were given, you'd think they're giving Oscar winning performances because their characters are that shit. Like, Nani's doing a great job. Srinidhi Shetty is doing a great job. Pratik Patil is doing a great job. All of them are doing actually the best that they can. It's just the movie is so poorly written and the characters are just so one dimensional and so surface level and so shallow that you really can't expect the actor to do the best in a character which really doesn't have that much of fuel in the tank to give the best anyway. So yeah, overall very disappointing film. Do not waste your time with it. It's actually one of the laziest films I've seen. I wouldn't say it's a completely terrible, like, oh, it's unwatchable and I would never recommend it. Like I said, I went in a Nani fan and I came out a Nani fan. Like, it doesn't affect because he actually is doing a decent job. It's not like, oh man, I chose the wrong person to be a fan of. Like, it's not like that. He's actually doing a decent job. But overall, this movie is really bad. Excited for Hit 4 though. Karthi's in it, and I love Karthi even more so than Nani. So let's see how that plays out. But yeah, other than that, nothing else. This movie contributes to your life. Actually, a waste of time. I mean, if you like gore, I would suggest watch other stuff because even here the gore just feels cartoonish at some point with how absurd it gets. That's gonna be it from me. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you all in the next one.